Hello, I am Mark Janssen, a professor at Arizona State University, and I will talk today about a new feature of the CoMSES ecosystem, namely the Catalog app. The goal is to provide a database where you can find publications of agent-based and individual-based models and the availability of their code. This may help to find relevant other models in the research area of your interest. Suppose I want to develop a model related to electric vehicles, and I would like to know what models are already developed and where to find the code of the models. We first present how we created the initial data set of publications and some statistics about the papers and authors. Then I will demonstrate the Catalog app, and finally I will discuss next steps and how you can be involved. Over the last few years, we created a database of more than 7,000 publications that describe individual and agent-based models. We selected papers using the keywords individual-based model and agent-based model in the ISI Web of Science. We use ISI Web of Science because it allows us to download good quality data about the papers. We are aware that the keywords do not capture all relevant papers and that we exclude certain publications by using the ISI Web of Science database. Nevertheless, it allowed us to go through more than 8,000 publications, identify whether it is a publication describing a computational model for which we may expect a model description and model code. Subsequently, we added metadata on how the model was described, what software was used, and if and where the model code is available. In this figure, you see the entries in the current version of the database. We see a rapid increase of publications using agent-based and individual-based models, and a rapid increase over time of code availability to almost 18% in 2018. But still, more than 80% of the publications do not share their model code, despite that many journals and sponsors require to share data that is used for the research. Clearly, more needs to be done to improve transparency and the possibility of reuse of the code. To provide some other statistics of the database, here you see where the papers are published. Ecological Modeling is the key journal in the database with a long history of publishing papers using individual and agent-based models. However, the sharing of model code is much lower than many other journals, such as the open access journal JAS and the Environmental Modeling and Software journal. Physica A is an exception where publications seem never to refer to the availability of model code. Most publications use mathematical equations to describe the models, as well as flowcharts. Those papers that use the ODD protocol to describe the models are more likely to use also flow diagrams and also share the model code. NetLogo is by far the most popular platform if people mention what software they have used. However, general software packages such as MATLAB and R are also frequently used. Interestingly, there are big differences in the frequency they share model code. Volker Grimm, the ecologist who spearheads the ODD protocol, pattern-oriented modeling, and co-authored a textbook on individual and agent-based modeling, is the most productive author in the database. Most of the productive authors are ecologists using individual-based modeling. So what leads to an increase of model code sharing? The increase around 2012 is mainly caused by CoMSESnet computational model library, which started to becoming more increasingly used as an archive. In the last few years, the repository GitHub also becomes more popular. Still, almost half of the code shared is via unreliable locations such as journals and scholars on websites. We can use the citations of the articles to map how the publications are related. In this figure, you see a network of about 5,000 articles which are all connected via citations. The size of each dot is the number of citations it has received within a database. And you see that the most popular publications did not share their code, which is almost all publications from the late 1990s or the early 2000s. We can also identify some clusters of fields of study, which are connected via publications on methods. And finally, we can see here that the most popular publications are from the early days. We will now demonstrate the catalog app. You can find the catalog app at catalog.comses.net. At the moment of this demonstration, we have almost 7,200 publications in the database, which will continue to grow. You see the basic information on the landing page. You can see more information about the catalog app. You see here the figure that we just saw in the slides. You can suggest new publications by going to this click. And now suppose you are interested to find more information about electric vehicles. You type in electric vehicles and click on search. We see now here 24 papers in the database which has the keyword electric vehicles. We see here which authors are related to those 24 articles, which journals they have been publishing in, and which software has been used. We may go to one of the papers, and we see that there is no information about the platform, or the model code is not used in this example. And we see here the abstract of the model. If we go to the whole database, we see the statistics that we saw before about the most popular authors, the most popular journals, and the platforms that are used. We go back to the home page. We can also see more information by clicking on Visualize. And here you find more graphs about the different components in the database. To close this presentation, we like to mention that we are now in the process of contacting corresponding authors of publications that we have included in our database. We provide information on the best practices on sharing model code and ask for updates on the availability of the code of their models. We will add this new information to the database when we receive this information. You can also suggest publications we did not yet include in a database via the catalog website. We hope you will explore the catalog app and look forward to your feedback. Thank you.